and talk about what you're going to do to strengthen our democracy.
Please.
How you're going to make sure that we have an education system for all of the children, rather than an education system that is being torn apart. I am saying that I denounce this administration. Let them say what they want to say so I can come back and tell them what they need to hear.
Everybody, this is Dean FM, Dean Glazer. Alfred here for your creature. What? And today I wanted to do another reaction video. This one's going to be introducing yet another strong, influential, excellent black sister who has been doing this for a while. And today we're going to be introducing Representative Maxine Waters, who is a Democratic congresswoman from Los Angeles who has served in Congress since 1991 after first serving in the California State Assembly, where she focused on civil rights, helping the poor communities, and fighting economic inequality. Over the years, she has become one of the most outspoken progressive voices in Congress, supporting policies and movements aimed at racial injustice and economic fairness. As chair of the House Financial Services Committee from 2019 to 2020. I'm tired to push for stronger housing protections, supported consumer protections tied to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, also supporting stronger enforcement of the Fair Housing Act to fight discrimination against black families and low-income renters. She has also spoken out in support of Black Lives Matter and has called for police accountability. What is so beautiful, I wish people could see. Just think about all the information that's out there. They could erase it, so be careful with it. The government trying to erase stuff, but all the history, just all these black strong sisters in this country already. I'm so proud, I'm so happy, it's so inspirational. In this video, during her remarks on the House floor on Friday, Representative Maxine Waters from California brought up the Trump administration taking equity in private companies during a debate on a bill to denounce socialism. Here we go.
Lady from California.
Thank you.
Is recognized.
Hey, sister.
I'd just like to say that the Republicans are confusing socialism with despotism or authoritarianism.
Gentlelady will suspend. The members are again reminded to please take their conversations from the floor.
Oh, okay.
Gentlelady from California.
Again, Republicans are confusing socialism with despotism or authoritarianism. Despots try to control the press, education, the system of justice. Despots send the military against their own citizens. Despots try to control the economy. Despots arrest their own citizens, including children, in the middle of the night. Let me just say that the young lady talked about working hard, and socialism, robs families of what they've worked hard for and what they've earned. Well, I want to ask you, what is this administration doing when it takes 10% equity stake in Intel, 15% equity stake in MP Materials, and 10% equity stake in Lithium Americas, 10% equity stake in Triology Metals, and a, quote, golden share in U.S. Steel Corporation. What is that? Now, the Republicans have tried to confuse you on what is socialism and even called it communism light. That is an absolute distraction.
Yeah, I'm low-key socialist, but I work with the Democratic Party and I want to support my Democrat sisters. Parties that are influential. Mostly the Democrat Party right now is the biggest threat to the Republican Party. And unfortunately, that's the only system that we have to work with at the moment to defeat this horrendous, murderous, authoritarian regime. So unfortunately, that's what we have to work with for this upcoming election in the next couple of years. We can definitely work on more socialist ideas and trying to get that policies more socialist aligned. I really think there should be enough resources on the earth to go around for everybody to have like a good little something. People out here with mansions on mansions on mansions that they never use. Come on, jerks. Come on, ketamine. Come on.
Here today. Communism is communism. Socialism is socialism. And a government run by someone who is not taking into consideration the facts and the harm and the threat that they're doing to education, the attempt to take over law firms, the attempt to tell some of the finest universities in this country what they can teach and what they cannot teach. And I repeat, giving away our money to a country, $40 billion at a time when that money is so desperately needed in this government. And so we could talk about this all day, but absolutely you're looking silly when you try to talk about communism light or you try to describe socialism when you don't know what it is. And so I am saying that I denounce this administration, this Trump's family, and all that is going on that's undermining our democracy. We are about a democracy that must be protected, that must be fought for.
It must be.
We, on this side of the aisle, are fighting every day to make sure there is justice and there is equality, and that our government is not undermining democracy and calling it socialism, calling it communism, calling it whatever you think you can use to deflect from what is going on. We're in a terrible time in this government with a president of the United States and a family who are enriching themselves on our backs. Yes, I fought hard to keep the President of the United States, the cabinet, and the members of Congress from owning cryptocurrency. But unfortunately, they're enriching themselves every day. I think the president has enriched himself by maybe $1 trillion already.
How does that greed
in the
work?
limited time that he's been the president of the United States. So don't come here talking about the dangers of socialism. You better come here and talk about what you're going to do to strengthen our democracy.
Please.
How you're going to make sure that we have an education system for all of the children, rather than an education system that is being torn apart by the President of the United States. Talk about how people stop sleeping on the street, homeless, while we're cutting Section 8 programs in housing. Oh, we could go on about this all day, but I reserve the balance of my time so I can rest a bit, let them say what they want to say so I can come back and tell them what they need to hear.
Oh my God, sister, I love you. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I love you. I love you. I love that. I'm going to talk about her again in the future. I love that. I love that speech. I think it's powerful. It bothers me when it comes to things like this. You know, there's these evil people on top, hurting people. There's dictators are able to be dictators, an individual that's able to do all this type of stuff. When it comes to those things, like, what about the family? What about the friends? Like, are y'all all that evil too? I guess money can buy evilness, I feel, in a way. Let's put it out. I think that's a good know what y'all think about that. What's your price? Have some integrity, some fluidity in your messaging and who you are. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for editing. You're just gonna keep falling, and you don't want that. And it's okay. You gotta have purpose, even if you make a mistake. Just get out there, feel what you feel, do what you do. It's art, right? And a lot of us have been suppressed. If we really would be able to voice our opinions equally as a society into the political system, into our voting, into our election, it would show a lot differently if things were fair. That's just my opinion. You little conspiracy. Bring this on conspiracy. Have faith in the people. Hope you have a nice day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.